Okay, so imagine this. You're given a whole week to do an assignment and you decide to do it at 10:15 knowing that it's due at 11:59 p.m. Now, you may be wondering why. Well, here's some reasons as to why you may do such a thing. The first reason is low self-esteem. Due to people not feeling confident enough to do a task, or they have a fear of fulfilling such a task, they decide to do it at the very last minute because they know it forces them to do the task. This is shown in the Journal of Student Development, in which they say that people with high anxiety or who strive for perfection or who again don't feel like they're good enough or have enough knowledge to fulfill such a task get very angsty and decide to do something at the last minute. This can either be work or school related or just any other activity they have to fulfill. The second one is lack of direction. As a result of having lack of direction, people are more prone to goal shielding. This is shown in the Frontiers in Psychology, in which they say that high impulsivity displays less goal consistent behavior. In other words, people who are more likely to do things out of impulse rather than through thinking it through, planning out an action, are more likely to be displaying these goal shielding actions. Another reason correlating to lack of direction may be lack of good role models. Due to lack of good role modeling, people are mainly more likely to turn to actions such as procrastinating that lead to more difficult procrastinating down the line. This is shown in Psychology Today, where they talk about how people who typically have controlling families are more likely to decide to do procrastination out of rebellion, or they just do it because they were never taught how to time manage themselves because their families basically did it for them. Or the one I like to point out the most was that as a victim of this, you mainly turn to your friends, and because of that, your friends may be procrastinators, and as a result, you too might also become a procrastinator. It's also shown through the Johns Hopkins University Press that although this is the case, sometimes you can also just gain the habit at home, in which there was somebody who said, well, my sister does procrastinating, so why can't I? As a result, we build into the idea that it's okay to procrastinate or put their things to the side. Finally, we have lack of sleep. Due to not having enough sleep to focus, we are more likely to procrastinate in order to feel like we're going to fulfill the amount of sleep needed to fulfill the task. This is shown mainly through the Journal of Organizational Behavior discussing social sleep, in which people don't have their chronotypes, aka their biological clocks telling them how much time they should be getting to sleep or what time they should be going to sleep, ruined due to work schedules or school, or again, any other activity that you may need to fulfill that day. Therefore, in this speech, I've discussed the three key elements as to what makes a procrastinator. The following including low self-esteem, lack of direction, and lack of sleep. With knowing these three elements, we may hopefully come to terms with ourselves, reflect, and grow as people so we may thrive in the future. But maybe some other time.